Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. This article contains affiliate links. We will receive a commission on any sales we generate from it. Learn more. A Bachelor in Paradise star has revealed she reached out to a castmate before the show even began. Jessica Edwards from Joey Graziday's season of The Bachelor recently admitted that her connection with Spencer Conley didn't start in Costa Rica, as she made the first move long before they ever met face-to-face. The latest season of the popular dating show recently returned to the screens with its 10th season. It sees contestants who have featured on the previous seasons of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette get a chance to travel to a romantic destination and find love. Eamon Holmes berates Meghan Markle's new Netflix show. Opening up about the connection she already made, Edwards admitted, "I followed him on Instagram while Jen's season was airing because I thought he was cute." She continued in an interview with Parade, "I will say I definitely slid into the DMs once or twice, like, cute dog, or, oh my gosh, I need to make that recipe." By the time they officially met in the Paradise Season 10 premiere, Jess was already interested, and wasted no time getting close. Spencer offered to show her around the resort, a move she happily welcomed. "I did have my sights set on him coming into this," she said in a confessional. "He's definitely at the tippy top of my list." Jess admitted she had a clear goal from day one. "He was on my radar already, so seeing him there, I was just so excited," she continued. "He was my number one. I was going to immediately talk to him on day one, so I thought, how do I shoot my shot right now? I'm gonna go see if he'll give me a tour." Though she also went on a date with newcomer Sam McKenney, who was eliminated that same episode, Jess didn't feel the same chemistry. "I was definitely comparing and contrasting, so I think at the end of the day, my connection with Spencer was just so much stronger," she explained. On the series so far, she was caught an awkward love triangle during the first week, which saw her choosing to further explore her connection with Spencer Conley over Sam McKenney. She later went on to reveal the reason behind her decision while appearing on the Bachelor Happy Hour cast. The brunette beauty shared that it wasn't really much of a triangle at all, because she truly connected with Spencer. "Yeah, I think in the moment I was like, oh my god, I was freaking out, I was a little nervous, like, oh, I don't want to upset anyone and maybe I should have more conversations. I didn't want to be like, oh, thanks for the date, bye," she said. Bachelor in Paradise first premiered on August 4th, 2014 on ABC. Chris Harrison originally hosted the show until his departure the Bachelor franchise in 2021, but now Jesse Palmer currently hosts the show. That rocked the villa. The sun dipped low over the turquoise waters of Mexico, casting golden hues across the iconic Paradise Villa. Tropical music floated from a distant beachside bar, but inside, the atmosphere was anything but carefree. The stars of Bachelor in Paradise were gathered in their usual evening circle, drinks in hand, laughter bouncing off the walls, but beneath the surface, tension simmered. Marley Bennett, one of the most talked about contestants this season, shifted uncomfortably on the rattan chair she'd claimed for the evening. Known for her charm, quick wit, and undeniable chemistry with multiple castmates, Marley had always had a reputation for playing the game strategically, but tonight she had a secret that threatened to change everything. The conversation had turned, as it always did, to honest confessions. The producers loved these moments. They thrived on drama, but this time, the prompt came with an intensity none of them expected. "Okay, no lies," said Dale, holding up his drink. "Spill it, Marley. Have you actually made a move with anyone here?" The room went silent. Some castmates leaned in, intrigued. Others, like Kat Izzo, narrowed their eyes, sensing the tension immediately. Marley's fingers drummed nervously against her glass. Her lips curved into a small, almost mischievous smile. "Well," she began, letting the word hang just long enough to build suspense. Everyone waited. Every eye was locked on her. "I already made a move with one castmate," she finally admitted. The reaction was instantaneous. Gasps echoed across the villa. A few chairs scraped back as people rose slightly to get a better view of her. "Wait, what do you mean, made a move?" Kat demanded, her voice sharp. "Like kissing?" Marley nodded slowly, letting the weight of her words sink in. "Yes, exactly. We shared a moment before anyone else knew." The room erupted in whispers. Some faces registered shock, others curiosity. Everyone wanted to know who it was. Who? Someone finally demanded. Sean, always blunt and never one to sugarcoat things. Marley's gaze flicked across the group, finally settling on a familiar face. Logan Rivera, the tall, confident, and undeniably charming contestant who had flirted with nearly everyone since arriving on the island. Yes, Marley admitted, her voice calm but confident. It was Logan. Logan blinked, caught off guard. His confident demeanor wavered for a moment, replaced with a mix of amusement and awkwardness. Wait, we're talking about the night by the infinity pool? Marley laughed softly, the sound both nervous and thrilling. Exactly that night. You know the one. The villa instantly filled with tension. Logan's closest friends exchanged looks, unsure whether to celebrate, laugh, or interrogate. Meanwhile, Marley's rivals, sensing an opportunity, leaned in with curiosity sharp as knives. Kat shook her head in disbelief. So you're saying this wasn't just a casual flirtation? It was full on? Marley smirked. I'd say it was memorable. As the confession settled, the dynamics in the villa shifted. Suddenly, every interaction, every glance, every smile carried new meaning. Some castmates whispered among themselves, plotting strategies. Others trying to mask their shock, but the tension was palpable. Logan, ever the smooth operator, finally broke the silence. Well, I guess some secrets don't stay hidden for long, he said with a grin. Marley's right, we did have a moment, and yes, it was unforgettable. Marley caught his gaze, a spark passing between them, igniting both envy and admiration from the rest of the villa. The night stretched on, but nothing was the same. The confession had changed the game, and suddenly Marley and Logan were at the center of every whispered conversation, every strategic plan. Everyone was left wondering, what comes next? Will this spark a romance, a rivalry, or
following
total
morning,
chaos?
The Paradise Villa was buzzing, not with the usual sun-soaked energy, but with whispers and furtive glances. Marley moved through the kitchen, trying to act normal, but every step felt heavy with anticipation. She could feel the eyes of her fellow contestants tracking her movements, imagining the events of last night in their own ways. Kat was the first to confront her, leaning casually against the counter, arms crossed. "So, Logan, huh?" she said, tilting her head. "Care to explain what exactly happened?" Marley chuckled lightly, her nerves hidden behind her practiced charm. "Kat, it was a moment. We shared a kiss, that's all. Nothing has changed, yet." Kat's eyes narrowed. "A moment? Do you even understand what this does to the villa dynamics?" Marley shrugged. "Maybe I do. Maybe that's the point." Her words hung in the air, teasing, daring, and dangerously playful. Meanwhile, Logan was in the living room, fielding a barrage of questions from his friends. "So, you and Marley?" Sean asked, eyebrows raised. "Yeah, we had a thing," Logan admitted, leaning back with a casual shrug. "But it's complicated. You know how things get here." Complicated didn't even begin to cover it. The villa, a gilded paradise, was always a hotbed for tension, rivalries, and unexpected romance. But Marley and Logan's confession had turned the heat up to a boiling point. Every flirtation, every interaction, every lingering glance was now scrutinized. By mid-afternoon, the confession had reached almost everyone. Some contestants whispered privately, strategizing. "We need to watch Marley and Logan," one of them muttered. "If they get close, they could take over the villa." Others were more intrigued than threatened. "Honestly, I didn't see that coming. Marley and Logan, that could be kind of hot." Back in her room, Marley stared at herself in the mirror, reflecting not just on the physical appearance, but on the chaos she had unleashed. She thought about the night by the infinity pool, the stolen glances, the heart-pounding laughter, the chemistry that had made her feel alive. She hadn't planned to confess, but once the opportunity came, she couldn't resist. Secrets were tempting, but confessions were thrilling. Meanwhile, Logan lounged poolside, tossing a frisbee absent-mindedly, his mind running through the same memory. He couldn't deny the pull between him and Marley, the magnetic energy that had drawn them together in a moment of unguarded passion. But now the stakes were higher. The villa was a minefield, and their secret wasn't really a secret anymore. The evening brought a new cocktail party, the perfect storm for heightened emotions. Castmates arrived, dressed to impress, laughter mingling with the clinking of glasses. But the tension was palpable. Every eye sought out Marley and Logan, measuring their interactions, waiting for sparks to fly or for conflicts to ignite. Kat approached Marley again, this time with a mischievous grin. "So, should we expect more moments tonight?" she asked, her voice a teasing challenge. Marley smirked, raising an eyebrow. "Maybe, or maybe tonight is just about fun. Who knows?" Across the room, Logan caught Marley's gaze. Their eyes met, a silent understanding passing between them, a mix of desire, mischief, and the thrill of being at the center of the villa's attention. Their connection was electric, drawing both admiration and envy. As the night progressed, the villa's atmosphere shifted. Flirtations intensified, alliances were tested, and whispers spread like wildfire. Some contestants plotted, trying to figure out how to use Marley and Logan's new dynamic to their advantage. Others simply watched, captivated by the unfolding drama. By the time the moon rose high over the villa, Marley and Logan found themselves alone on the beach, waves lapping at their feet. The world felt distant, the villa chaos muted in the soothing sound of the ocean. "Crazy night, huh?" Logan said, breaking the comfortable silence. "Yeah," Marley replied, her voice soft but loaded with unspoken meaning. Logan chuckled, brushing a strand of hair from her face. "I'm not scared. Are you?" Marley met his gaze, a playful smirk dancing on her lips. "I'm excited." And with that, they leaned in, the moment suspended between possibility and reality, knowing that their confession had changed everything, and that the villa would never be the same again.